Simango Beni, the law connoisseur, here to make legal knowledge both comprehensible and within your reach. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now, and I'm starting off with basically the Pupillage survival kit. So to those that have been accepted for Pupillage, congratulations. And I know you're gonna make it through. Anyway, let's move on to those who may not know what Pupillage is. Just to mainly do intros for people that may still be in varsity and are watching me and trying to figure out how to be an advocate and things like that. So how do you become an advocate in South Africa? If you graduated after 2018, you'll have to do what we call Pupillage, which is a 1-year apprenticeship with under a mentor who is basically going to be taking you through what it takes to be an advocate on a daily basis, and they will be giving you tasks that you have to fulfill, basically training you to be able to run your practice after that year lapses. So in most cases, pupils or people that do pupillage do their pupillage with either a bar, which is an independent bar, or the GCB. The GCB basically is the general bar council, and then independent bars are bars such as Basadi Bamolau, Pabasa. I think there's the South African Bar Association as well. Those are still very much like good bars that you can actually do your pupillage, and I am going to be taking you guys through what you have to do when you have been accepted by one of those bars to do your pupillage. So the first step is that you need to sign your pupillage contract. Okay, that is the most important thing. I'm going to start with the LPC one, and the reason why I'm starting with the LPC one is because I know that is the most trickiest one. If you are doing your pupillage with the bar, you are going to sign a contract, obviously between you and your mentor, right? And that contract will also attach to your LPC contract. I hope it makes sense. But let's start off, obviously. So starting off, it's going to be a contract between you and your mentor, that you're going to sign. And that one is quite straightforward, basically. Just says practical vocational training, and then it speaks to the practical vocational training contract was entered at. So where you sign, the place where you sign the contract, the date between your mentor's name and your name, and basically your date of birth. And then after that, the next page is where you sign. And obviously with you signing, you're going to have witnesses. So that's like the first page. One of the most important ones that I want to focus on is this one. This is my original one. It's this one. And the reason why I want to do that is because I've seen like on social media how people would have registered businesses and now they're struggling to get admitted and things like that. So I do think that please do pay proper attention as I go. So this one is the LPC one that you need to fill in. All right, this one is the most important one, and the first page is actually the most important one for me because it's something that I want to bring you guys attention to. So firstly, first page, obviously it's the basics: your name, your surname, date of birth, your address, the university where you obtained your degrees, and if you're employed, and who your current employer is and who your previous employer is. And then it says here, do you currently hold any office or engage in any businesses? Refer to Rule 22.2.41. If you were in varsity and you happen to register a business because you were having fun and you thought, you know what, I'm going to start a business, and then it never happened, this is for you. Or if you are in business and you are going to go do your pupillage, and now you're wondering what then happens to this business. So please kindly listen. So firstly, you disclose here and say, like I said, I have 2 businesses registered in my name, blah, 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 blah. You disclose here. Guys, disclosure is very important because remember, you want to be seen as a fit and proper person. And also, additionally to that, you are not allowed to be engaging in any business in the duration of your pupillage, to the exemption that you get permission from the LPC. So I disclosed that I do actually have businesses that are registered within my name, and I am applying for permission to be allowed to do pupillage while I have those business registered. So how do you go about doing that? You have to have basically fill in an affidavit. So draft an affidavit and you're going to attach it to your application. So let's get through what that affidavit must have and the things that they want to basically know. I've got mine here. So the people that have to fill in that affidavit for you to seek permission from the LPC to have your business still running, or to have you still be a director of a company while you're doing your pupillages, you need to write the affidavit, and your mentor as well has to write the affidavit as well, in order to seek permission. So this is my one. Yeah, this is my one. Okay. So this is my one, right? And obviously how you usually start an affidavit, where you basically say that the content... Okay, my battery ran low, so I don't know where I left you guys or where you left me. But as I was saying, you need to sign a contract. You need to sign an affidavit. Apologies about that. You need to sign an affidavit, and that affidavit is signed by you and your mentor. So with me, I was then asked basically to disclose my company. So I basically gave the name of the companies, the registration, and basically the time I've spent in the time spent in that business, if there has been any remuneration, and the hours spent, and also motivation for not resigning. So the things that you'll have to include in your affidavit basically is the type of business that it is, the time spent in the company, the remuneration or any money that has been generated for that company, and motivation for you not to resign. So that would be you now, the things that you would have to include. And then both basically your mentor will then also have to produce an affidavit on your behalf to say that they are aware that you do have got companies, or you are a director of a company, and basically they are aware that these businesses do not interfere with your pupillage, or they do not in any way prejudice you in terms of completing your pupillage obligations. So that is the two most important things. Please make sure, if you know right now and you've been accepted for pupillage that you've got businesses, please make sure that before you hand in your LPC master's PVT contract, you already have these affidavits, because the back and forth delays how long your contract takes to be registered. Okay. So that is that when it comes to the LPC contract. And then the other things is just mostly a declaration that you're going to sign. Your mentor is also going to sign the contract. And then let's get to the things that you have to add or attach to your contract before you send it in. It's your ID. It needs to be certified. Yes, it's your ID, it's your LLB degree, and basically it's a proof of payment. So this year we had to pay basically 345 rands for the registration of your LPC contract. So please make sure that that proof of payment is attached there. And then also you need to have your recommendation letters. You can use the recommendation letters that you used when you're applying to do pupillage. They do also accept those. So basically I added those recommendation letters, 2 recommendation letters. And yeah, that is it for my LPC or PVT contract registration. The things that I would say that you must actually look out for, especially when you want to register your contract, is, guys, that rule. Hey, you don't want now to have to do a condonation application when it's time for you to get admitted because you've got businesses under your name. So just make sure you get permission. Or alternatively, what you can do is that you can deregister them. I just think the duration for you to deregister them and the duration for you to get permission is the same. So just figure out what will work for you the most. And if it won't be in your best interest to deregister or remove yourself as a director from those businesses, then please do seek permission from the LPC. I hope I gave you guys all the information that you need in terms of your contracts and the signing of your contracts, because I think it's very important to ensure that your contract is properly registered. And another thing that I would say is that as soon as if you have gotten accepted now as you are watching this video, I would say that get that affidavit ready if you already have a business, and make sure that as soon as you sign your contract, a day later, you can actually take your contract to the LPC. You'll have to drive down to Pretoria. What we did is that with some of my fellow pupils, we all just got into one car and drove to the LPC and took the contract. So when you are taking the contract to the LPC, you'll have to have basically the original copy as well as 2 other copies of the contracts. So my advice is they have to be the same. It's a copy, guys. So what you filled in on this, right? My sign happened, yeah. So what you filled in on this, you basically attach it as it is. Okay, you basically attach it as it is. But all the best, and please watch out for the next video. I think the next video we will be dealing with the modules that you're going to be doing during your pupillage, and also then after we'll deal with things like funding and things like that. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope I was not mumbling as much, because I think this is basically like an introduction, which is you signing your contract. That is an introduction to pupillage. The first thing that you're going to do as a pupil is sign your PVT contract. All the best to everyone that has been accepted, and if you are a law student that wants to take on this journey of becoming an advocate, please subscribe, because this is definitely going to be a channel that is going to take you through what you need to know and basically how you go about it. My name is Rusimango Bedi. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in my next videos. Please make sure you subscribe, and also ask your friends to subscribe and ask their friends to subscribe. Yeah, the series is going to be running for 10 days. So let's see how often we can post on a weekly basis, but I am looking forward to seeing your guys' comments. To those that have been accepted, congratulations. Promise you, pupillage is the most rewarding journey you can ever take in your life. I'm saying it because I'm glad I did it. And I'm sure you're also going to be glad you did it. And if you're a student, come this side. This is where, if this is where you want to be, or if you're employed and you're thinking, you know what, I want to be an advocate, I'll promise you it's worth it. Well, I'm only speaking from an exam perspective and a pupillage perspective for now, but maybe as I go up in the profession, I'll still be sharing as much information as I can, just to ensure that, you know what, some of us ran so that you guys can fly, or some of us walked so that you guys can run. And what I could say you could do to say thank you to me for sharing this information is also share it with someone else. It could potentially help someone else. So let's make sure that information is reaching the right people and the people that want to utilize such opportunities. I think that's it. So see you guys in my next one. Please subscribe and share the video.